Great morning. Hello, 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 influencers. Good morning. Happy Saturday. We are back. We are back. This morning I woke up feeling amazing. Like any other morning, of course. However, this morning the song that was ringing in my spirit is every time I turn around, blessings on blessings. God keeps blessing me. So that's what you hear in the background. I do not own the rights to this music. However, guys, listen, we are back and I am super excited to welcome in with us this morning our special guest, the wife coach herself, Miss Kimberly Cleveland. Listen, guys, last night's show was amazing with Mr. Troy Carroll as he spoke to the topic when dysfunction stabilizes you. And I gotta tell you, I am excited. I don't know what this boost of energy is that I received this morning, but I'm super, super excited. So real quick, I am Shay. Many of you know me as Shay Speaks. Why? Because I stay with something to say. Of course, only to say and speak what the Lord has given me to give unto his people. However, I am the visionary and the founder of the WOW Inspired Movement. WOW is an acronym that stands for Wisdom Optimizes Wisdom. Wisdom optimizes winning. Wisdom does optimize wisdom. So wisdom begets wisdom. But hey, we're not talking about that this morning. Good morning, Miss Kimberly. We are going to bring Miss Kimberly on in just a second here. Wisdom optimizes winning. So every Saturday, every Wednesday, we show up to give you some of the wisdom that we have gained through our personal experiences so that you can understand that when you utilize the wisdom that God has given you from your experiences, from those tests, that you can literally produce a life that's going to give you consecutive wins. So that's my spiel. Listen, I'm going to bring Miss Kimberly on so we can jump right into the topic. This morning's topic is understanding the ministry. Yes, the ministry of preparation and maintenance. So let me bring her on now. Y'all give her a warm welcome as we bring her on. Woo, woo, woo. Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me? Good morning. We have no sound from you. Good morning. No sound. No sound. Last night we did this and we were all set to go. I'm not exactly sure what has happened to get the right. We're going to bring her back on, but just understand that there is a ministry. There is a ministry of preparation and maintenance in relationships with dealing with anything that you're praying to God and you're asking him for. A lot of times we get caught up and we say, Lord, God, we want this or we want this or that. And when we pray to God for that thing, we don't want to go through the ministry, which is just the process of waiting for the manifestation of what we pray for.
Hey Shay,
Good
can you hear me?
morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, but we have to use the echo.
Okay, so let's try the Bluetooth now, because that's what we did yesterday. We connected it after the fact. So let's see now if I can engage my Bluetooth. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, good morning. Good morning.
There we
Thank you so
go.
much. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation to come on this morning with us. So I'm going to just step out the way and let you introduce yourself and go ahead and jump into the topic, understanding the ministry of preparation and maintenance.
Yes. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us this Saturday morning. I am Kimberly Cleveland, the wife coach. I am also the founder of the Wife University, and what I do is help single women prepare to become amazing wives and have successful marriages. I do that by giving them the tips, the tools, and the strategies to be successful, amazing wives. And again, it all starts with preparation. And even if you're already a wife, you can always take your wife game to the next level. And we're going to get into that too today. So I want to jump right on in. Like Shay said, I am fired up this morning. I don't know what it is. It's a beautiful day. God was speaking to me last night. He's been speaking to me this morning.
Amen.
And so you guys, I really want to dive into it. So marriage is a ministry. Let me say that again. Marriage is a ministry, and we cannot take those words lightly. I want you to meditate on these words. I want to give you some definitions this morning, because again, I want you to meditate on these throughout the day. Let's start with marriage. Marriage is a legal and formal recognized union of two people that are partners in a personal relationship. That's how Webster's defined it. Let me give you a biblical definition because, right, marriage was created by God. It's a divine institution, right? And so a biblical definition for marriage is it's a covenant. It's a covenant before God to fulfill commitments. In a marriage, it requires a man attending to his wife's physical, her emotional needs, as well as sexual exclusivity. So again, let me give you another definition, another one by Tony Evans that I love, that I always meditate on. Marriage is a covenantal union. It's designed to strengthen the capability of each partner to carry out their purpose, to carry out God's plan in their life. We're going to come back to that word purpose. Again, there's a lot of powerful words that we take them lightly. So let me ask you, how are you going to even begin to minister, to even begin to think about marriage if you're not prepared? Right? Preparation is the action or process of getting ready, of being made ready for use, for consideration.
Wow.
It's that fashioning, it's the composing, it's the construction. So again, you can't lightly say, oh yeah, I want to be married and I want to be a wife, right? And you haven't done the preparation. And what God has said to me is we spend a lot of time investing in our education. We spend 12 years at least going through high school, right? We spend another 4 years getting our college degree. Many of us go on to get our master's, our PhD, our doctorate. But how much time are we truly investing in the institution of marriage, of learning about it, of being trained for it, of being prepared, that preparation process? And so what I endeavor to do is to assist people to do that. Because again, a lot of us are in the framework or know about marriage through what? Through TV, through social media, through reality TV, through dysfunctional and broken marriages that are in our environments, that are in our families. And that's what we take into the relationship, right? Many of us even have grown up in the church and we've heard about marriage from the pulpit, or we've done the premarital counseling, that's 6 or 8 weeks. But how does that 6 or 8 weeks compare to this lifelong journey you're getting ready to embark on? So again, I ask you, how much preparation have you put in to preparing for marriage and being a wife? Again, I want to just ask you, mastering is another word. Mastering is another word that you need to look up and think about, because you need to really master this thing called marriage. We wonder why marriage are ending. 50 to 60% of marriages end in divorce, right? You think about second marriages. The rate is even higher for second marriages. 60 to 75% of those second marriages end in divorce. Why? Why is that? Why is it that marriages are even failing in the spiritual and Christian community? God says people perish for a lack of knowledge.
Amen.
And you've got to invest in learning what the Creator had in mind, when he designed this divine institution called marriage. When he said that it was not good for man to be alone. Why? Why did he say that? Because he knew life was going to be full of trouble. He knew we were going to need each other. He knew. And he even prepared Adam before he brought her Eve. He prepared him. So again, I'm on this mission of helping women have successful marriages, to be better prepared. So, Shay, I don't know if you want to weigh in, but we're also going to get into that maintenance piece.
So you're absolutely right, Kim, and I definitely commend you and all the work that you do because it is hard, actually walking someone through the process. And that's the key word. Preparation is process. And people don't want to go through the process. They feel as though, oh, I've seen a great enough example, and I know I'm ready to be that woman or that man for the next phase, which we look at as marriage. But when you spoke about the statistics of, failed marriages, right? One
Right.
of the things that I that came to mind is a lot of times we speak of marriage as it relates to a partner or a spouse. But the reason why many people or many marriages fail is because they deny or their sequential order is out of order, right? And what I mean by
Right.
that is they
Yes.
look for the spouse and they want to engage in a union with a partner, a life partner, but yet they fail to engage in the first union with God. So they
Yes.
don't prepare for the ministry of a marriage with God. So because they skip that step, they want to get into this physical union, right? Not even looking at that the union goes a lot deeper than being physically connected to someone else. So, I mean, that was
Yes.
just amazing.
Yes, let's get into those steps of preparation. And you talked about the first one, and that's getting to know God. You've got to develop an intimate, personal relationship with God. That's the first step of preparation, the first step. Again, the institution of marriage was divinely created by God. You need to go back to the owner's manual. You got to go back to the owner's manual
Come
to know what
on,
he had in mind. So if you don't have
Jesus.
a deep, personal, intimate relationship with God, you won't be able to hear from him. You won't be able to have God download those instructions on how to make this thing work. Okay? So the first step to preparation is having that deep, intimate relationship with God. The second thing is knowing yourself, getting to know and love yourself. If you don't know yourself, how are you going to even find a mate? How are you going to even find your match if you don't know you first? If you don't know what gifts and talents God has deposited into you, if you don't know your likes, your needs, your values, your beliefs, and let me tell you, that's not an easy thing to get to know you. We go along this
Mm-mm.
journey, we go through life, but we really haven't taken the time, the alone time to say, hey, what's in here? What's in here? What has shaped and molded me? And the third thing is to heal from those things in our past that have shaped and molded us and have bent us the wrong way, right? Because we don't want to take that into marriage. We want to be healthy and whole first. So the third thing is we have to heal from those negative things in our past. We've all experienced some form of trauma. Some
Yes.
form of trauma. I don't care whether it was childhood trauma, whether it was bullying at school that has you having a low self-esteem, whether you have daddy issues, mommy issues, past relationships issues. There's some things you need to dig into and heal about first. And don't be afraid to get professional help. I want to say that again. Don't be afraid to get professional help.
Don't be
And when you've
afraid.
done those, yes, when you've done those first three steps, then again, go back and focus on your purpose. What is your purpose? Be clear on what your purpose is. Because again, as you're looking for a mate, you're going to need to know how your purposes intertwine because marriage is about purpose. When we define marriage, it's about coming together so we can help each other with our purpose, right? So again, in preparation, you've got to focus on purpose. And
So,
then I would
so
say,
Kimberly.
yes, go ahead. Yes.
Okay, so I've already like I don't want to do the process. Like, oh my God, that's too much. Like,
I knew you were
girl,
going to
you
say
want me to first of all, you want me to
that.
number one,
Yes.
take a step back. You want me to reevaluate my relationship with God. Girl, I'm fine with
Yes.
God. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't need no coach to tell me to correct my relationship with God. And I'm not saying this in a literal sense, but I'm just saying that this
Right.
is the mindset of some of our generation, some of the people that we encounter, right? I don't need you to tell me, yeah, I'm good with God. God and me, we got to understand it. And then you said, okay, after that, we need to deal with after we have a relationship, we need to deal with our identity. We need to deal with self, who we are.
Yes.
So I know who I
Yes.
am. I don't need nobody to tell me I got this thing down pat. I know who I am. Okay. And then you say, after we deal with self, we need to understand what was it? Purpose.
Purpose. Yes.
Okay, so
Purpose.
I know God has called me and I am, called to love someone else. I got all this love to give. So now, Kim, I done went out and I done got married. And I did not understand, no, not even the purpose, deal with some of the pain, right? Childhood
Mm-hmm.
pain. Then we address the purpose. So I done went out, I done got married, and listen, I didn't understand when you were talking about, what about my relationship with God? I thought I was good with God. I checked in and everything was going good. I heard from him, I got instructions, and now God sent this person. So I think God has sent this person to me, and now I am in this relationship, and I am like 2 weeks out away from our marriage, our ceremony, our wedding ceremony. So I'm about to get married, right? Or I've already gotten married. Kim, what can you tell me now that I am married and I did not understand the cycle or process in the preparation phase and I did not do that thing right? Now I'm in the marriage. What do I need to do?
Go back and still do the same steps. You got to go back because, again, you cannot refute the statistics. You cannot refute the statistics. So you've got to be brave enough, courageous enough, humble enough to go back and examine those steps. If you are intentional about having a successful marriage, you've got to go back. You cannot skip those steps. And again, the statistics prove it. They're failing. And again, why is that? It's not because what he created is not good. It's not because what he created
Mm.
is not excellent. It's us. It's something we are doing wrong. So we have to be bold enough, courageous enough to go back and examine where in the process did it fall wrong? Because somewhere in there it fell wrong, right? And so
So
again,
preparation is
go
even
back, and I speak from personal experience. Let me just say that I speak from personal experiences. I've been married twice, okay? And so this process, I had to go back and do myself. I had to go back and figure out what did I need to address? And I addressed all those steps. I addressed all those steps and I dug deep, deep into God. What was your plan? What was your purpose? What's the wife's purpose? What's the husband's purpose? How do we make this system work? If God can make the human body and all the systems that functions within the human body, surely he can give me divine revelation on how marriage works,
come
right?
on.
So
That's good.
yes,
So
yes.
preparation is even key in the maintenance phase, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Maintenance. Let's talk about maintenance. Maintenance is the process of maintaining and preserving someone or something else, right? It's the state of being maintained. It's the process of keeping something in good condition, preservation, continuation, upkeep, servicing, improving. Marriage is a system, just like your car has a system. You've got to continuously be working and maintaining the virility of your marriage. If you think you walk in, like you said, if you're one of those people who's like, I got the ring, I'm married, I got the husband, I got this thing on lock. Don't ever get in that mindset that you got it, because you're gonna go through seasons Like I tell my son, elementary school is not like middle school. Middle school is not like high school. High school is not like college. It's similar, but it is not the same. And you've got to be able to work through those transitions of marriage. You've got the honeymoon stage, right? Where you're getting to learn each other. You're getting to know how to make this marriage work, how to become one flesh, right? How to problem solve together. Then you introduce kids and you've got to learn how to parent together, how to make decisions together for the family. You go through another phase of, buying a home and working out finances together and learning how to work through this. There's different seasons of marriages, and never let yourself think that you've got it on lock. And the other thing is, this person that you're connected to is ever evolving, just like you're ever evolving. And we're talking about ministry. Your marriage is a ministry. As a wife, I'm there to minister to my husband. I'm there to attend to his needs. And his needs is going to change based upon his growth. So I can never have that on lock. I will never know everything about him. And my ministry
Amen.
will change through those life transitions. So again, maintenance is super, super important. And that's why I tell wives, continue to get your CEU credits. Someone said, well, what is CEU? Continuing education. Sorry, guys. Continuing education. You can never stop mastering being a wife.
Yes, I mean, this was amazing, right? So I just want to say, Kimberly, I really appreciate you accepted the invitation to come on. I know you have limited time this morning, so I won't belabor the time. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the comments so that we can get them answered. The reality is we spoke about marriage, but preparation and maintenance is important in every aspect of any type of relationship, whether it's marriage, whether it's
Yes.
friendship, whether it's, familyship, whether it's regardless as to what type of relationship we're speaking about or you could think of, there is importance in ministry, in preparation
Yes.
and maintenance for any type of relationship, because we are in our peace and priority series of relationships. It is so
Yes.
important to understand that you only will get peace if you deal with the ministry and understand the ministry of preparation as well as maintenance. And you have to make those things a priority in order to be successful, in order to have healthy, notice I say healthy
Yes.
relationships. So, Kimberly, is there anything else that you would like to kind of add on before you go?
Right. And like you said, many people think, this marriage thing is too hard. I don't even want to get married. And I always say life is hard. That's why he created marriage. It's not too hard. He will give you the strength and the power. He will give you the divine revelation how to make this thing work. He tells us we're more than conquerors. So he equipped us and designed us for marriage. I tell single women, do not lose hope. Do not lose hope, all right? And again, that is my endeavor, to help people not lose hope and to really get this thing on lock so that we can be um, better for the next generation, right? So that's my encouragement for today. Thank you so much, Shay, for
Amen.
having me on. Again, I hope this
Amen.
has blessed those who are watching and those who will watch later, who will be watching the replay. So thank you again for having me.
You're welcome. And, I just want to say, Kimberly, you are amazing. And I'll tell you, it takes a great deal of patience to deal with women that are in the preparation phase for marriage, or women that are trying to work through their processes to get to a place where they say, okay, now that I have corrected and got this relationship right with God first, and I have also dealt with my own selfish identity and my issues, as well as discussing those traumas, those hurts that has kept me feeling like the dysfunctional trend of what I was raised in. It's a normal. Now that I have dealt with those things, now I feel like I'm in a place where I'm constantly in prayer and I'm asking God,
Yes.
allow me to see. who it is when he comes. Don't allow me to be vulnerable, susceptible to anything just because he come with a cute smile, a few
Right.
dollars, and a little bit of swag, right? Because a
Right.
lot of
That's
times
it.
people they get hung up in that, and also, I mean, let's not negate just because he comes speaking in tongues, quoting scriptures, he may not be the one, right?
No,
So
no,
we
you got
just
to
have
take
to
this
be
process just like a job interview. Again, you've got to go back and look at the skills and gift. He could be a good man, but he may not be the best man for you just because he's a good man.
absolutely. So, like I said, Kim, I appreciate you speaking to the maintenance of preparation and the ministry. I'm sorry, the ministry of preparation and maintenance because it is so extremely, extremely important. So I appreciate you, and I will
Can I
message
share
you
one
or
more thing, Shay, before we hop off?
sure, sure.
Okay. I also want to let everybody who's watching and who will watch the replay know I have a 5-week online group coaching session that's getting ready to kick off on Tuesday. Tuesday, for
Wow.
5 weeks, I will be coming to you to coach you on preparing to be that good thing. All right. And we'll dive deep. I've told you the steps. Now I'm going to tell you how to do the steps. All right. And so it was supposed to close at noon today. I'm going to leave it open until noon tomorrow so that your viewers who are going to watch this today, if they want to take advantage of it, they can take advantage of it. You can go to www.thatgoodthing.eventbrite.com. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shay.
You're welcome. And okay, so we got the event right. How can individuals contact you?
Absolutely. On social media, I'm at The Wife University, and also on Facebook and on Instagram, it's just The Wife University. And you can also reach me on my website, thewifeuniversity.com.
Amen. So thank you again, Kimberly, for coming on this morning with us. If you want to close out, you can. I'm just going to say, just close it out that understand that there is a ministry. There is a ministry in preparation and in maintenance. You have to be committed. A ministry is
Yes,
something that you're
intentional.
committed to, something that you say, listen, when you are committed, you give the commitment another level of attention. When you are committed, when you understand that this is a ministry, you handle it with care. Your handle of things are different when it's viewed as it's supposed to, and that is the ministry that God has given you. You make your ministry work, right? When you
Yes,
understand that ministry is a part of your purpose, right? Because purpose is directly aligned with ministry, right? I say all
yes,
the time, passion wakes you up, but purpose keeps you up. They said, God, how do
yes,
you do it with no sleep? I do it because I love what I do. It's the love of what I do, and it's the love of the ministry that God has given me that wakes me
yes.
up every morning. But
That's it.
it's the purpose that keeps me up. It's the purpose that to knowing the purpose and understanding and knowing I can't go to sleep until I fulfill the assignment that God has told me to do today. So just understanding that this isn't just about marriage. This is about
Yes,
ministry. Understanding that any relationship, any connection, any type of union or agreement that you enter into with a person, and I'm not talking about signing documents, I'm talking about I have made myself vulnerable to say, this is my cousin, and I'm going to be in communion with her. I'm going
right.
to,
In
this is my
relation.
sister, I'm going to be in communion with her. This is my brother, I'm going to be in anyone that you desire, my mother. Understand that when you are in communion with them, that this is a ministry. And anything that happens in in that commitment or in that relationship or in that union, you are responsible for, you have a kingdom responsibility to respond differently. Even when your flesh want to get nasty and say,
Yes,
listen, I don't know who you talking to. Understand that it's the ministry first, right? So this is why
yes,
even in my marriage, my husband and I, many of you have seen on Facebook, I share Kimberly. we go to our marriage retreat. And when you said
Yes.
everything that you said, I'm shaking my head because this is what we learn in our marriage ministry. Our pastors have
Mm-hmm.
been married for over 30 something years, and they still, as pastors, as leaders, they go away to marriage retreats because they understand the ministry of preparation and maintenance. And I mean, it's just amazing, right? So a lot of times, like you said, I really, really like your process, the preparation phase. We can't move to step two until we get step one together. Understand that ultimately you can fool people. You can fool the wife coach, you can fool Shay, but you cannot fool God. You have to answer
Yes.
to God and understanding that any relationship, uh, Kimberly specializes in preparing women for marriage. So, ladies, listen, y'all can say whatever you want. I don't want to be married, but ultimately, all of us have a desire to not live alone. We have a desire to have that Boaz. We have a desire to be in union with that, have that oneness with the person that God wants us to do life with. And it's not that we're going to
Yes.
get it right every time. So I too am in my second marriage. But guess what? I know how to be better. I understand now that there is a continuous preparation that not only that
Yes.
I have to go
Continuous
through.
learning and studying. Yes. And
Yes,
growing.
not only that I have to go through that, but we have to go through. So once I go through the
Yes.
preparation alone, once we come together as a union, we both have to go through preparation phases continuously because we have to know, as you say, we change as we grow in ministry. We got to ask God, how do I better serve those that you have put me in communion with? And the only way
Yes.
we understand how to better serve them is by speaking to the Father, having relationship with Him. So, Kim, listen, I thank you.
You know
I
I
thank
want to
you.
jump in, but we're running out of time.
But if you got something, go ahead.
No, 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 no. We're good. Thank you, Shay.
So we
We're,
need to come back.
you know, iron sharpens iron, fire lights fire. So,
We got to come back. So listen, if you want to hear more on marriage and this topic, please, 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 please reach out to us and we will bring more to this topic. And
yes,
I mean, I get fired up. I do. So
I
Kim,
did
thank you
too.
so much again, guys. Listen,
Thank you.
I am Shay and this is Kimberly here, the wife coach herself. Listen, we just come this morning to inspire the influencer in you. Tune in with us
Yes,
on Wednesday as we bring the beautiful lady Shelly Johnson on, who will be speaking to the topic wounded but not broken. And next Saturday, we will close out our Peace and Priority series. I'm hoping that we will close out the series. But if God says otherwise, if you request otherwise, we will continue on. But we will close out our Peace and Priority series next Saturday with the amazing lady, Quana Renee, who will be speaking to the topic success after failure. So it's not impossible to still succeed and to still be that amazing wife, be that amazing spouse, be that amazing minister that God has called you to be. And understand ministry does not have to do with a title. So you don't have to have the title
yes.
of minister such and such. Every single day you wake up
You
to
are serving
fulfill a
somebody.
ministry.
Yes.
So we are here to inspire and enforcing you. Guys, have an amazing Saturday. Listen, we love you all to life. Kimberly, thank you, thank you, thank you again.